Oh my God, guys, look at this traffic. It never ends. It just keeps going and going and going. And I guess it just keeps going. Oh my God, look at this. This is crazy. I made a mistake and I think I zoned him properly, and basically the traffic is going to get absolutely wild, way worse than it was in the previous few episodes. It's a little bit of a stressful one, to be honest with you. I've got my I pulled out a glass of wine for this one because I need a relaxant, if I'm being completely honest with you. And it's a nice one. It's actually from the Okanagan, so it's a few hours away from our city here. And I still have it on pause because it is going to get absolutely insane here. So we are going to make some fixes right off the bat, and then we will click play once that is done. And we have done a little bit. We got a little bit going on, and we're going to try to mitigate it as much as possible. I don't know if that's the right word, but I don't even care right now because everything is crazy in the Rockies. So the first thing I'm doing is I'm moving over the hospital here, and then I'm going to move the fire station here, and then I'm going to go into move it and move this police station right here. And the reason for that is we are going to be taking out some of these roads. I'm going to take out this one, this one, this one, this one, and we're going to have to take out that one as well. And then actually just these roads. And then we are going to go into our roundabout builder mod. I just downloaded this, and we are going to add a roundabout in here. And this is the first time I've ever used this mod, so I'm really just seeing how it works, and it looks like it worked pretty well. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to upgrade these to highway roads just right off the bat. We'll go 3-lane highways for now. Yeah, we'll go 3-lane for now, and then we'll see if we need to add a 4th. But I think 3-lane should be fine. When I was workshopping this, I believe I did 4. But let's go with 3, and we'll see how it goes. We are going to immediately make this a roundabout really quickly. Perfect. And yeah, and then we're going to do the exact same thing over here as well. So I believe, we'll need to move a couple of these buildings. So let's put this in here, and then we'll move this building over just a little bit. We'll move it like here, and then we're actually going to come into this one. We're going to go out of move it. And we're just going to relocate this like roughly here. Perfect. And then we'll upgrade that around, and then we can take out these roads here, and we'll go back. Actually, let's do it now so I don't forget, because I definitely will. And we'll bring this down, or bring this up, I guess, to about here. And we won't make these connections. Instead, we'll go into move it. We'll hold down Alt just so that as a pedestrian, you are prioritized in these areas. And we'll come over here and we'll do the same thing. We'll go, cool. And maybe we bring this down like there. Awesome. And I think what we're actually going to do, we won't do it now, but what we will do is we'll take a path and we'll bring that along here. And we'll do that later, so it's not a huge deal right now. This is the main thing that I want to do right now, is we just need to make that, because this is going to get absolutely bananas, and I'm not even kidding. Like it's just insane how crazy it's gonna get. It's a little embarrassing, if I'm being completely transparent with you. It is a little embarrassing. So now we got a couple of buildings in the way here. We can come in here. I want to take these out. Perfect. Awesome. Let's bring this in. Oh, we'll come on with our curved road tool, and we'll bring that in there. Awesome. And then we'll upgrade this to highways. Very, very nice. And we'll bring that down. We'll do the same thing over here. Perfect. So 3 roundabouts so far. I think we're going to add one right here. We may also need one right here as well, to be honest with you. I'm thinking, do we definitely need one here? I think we do. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to grab this road. We're going to go out of move it, out of roads. We're going to grab this road, and we're going to bring this all the way. That's a long road. Damn. And then we're going to make this a priority road. And then we're going to come into places like our roundabout, or sorry, we're going to go into TMPE, and we're just going to make sure that there's no stop signs in places where they shouldn't be. So like here, these are good. Stop sign here makes sense. Bring this all the way across. This is going to be a light. We'll do the same thing here. We'll come down here. I believe we need a light there because I believe this is an area that gets very, very, very busy. We'll need a light there. And then on these areas, we're going to take out our stop signs right here. And then we're going to go stop sign on the other side of this. And this won't cause a traffic pileup, but because this will be our main movement through here. And it goes pretty much nowhere. But yeah, anyway. So then we're going to do the same thing with all these other roads as well. So we'll grab this road. We'll see how far this goes along. Perfect. Go back into our TMPE and we'll just make this a priority road. And then we'll have to come in here and we're going to have to change that to that. Perfect. Stop sign there. And actually, while I'm over here, I'm remembering this is not the best solution in the entire world. Reason being, look at all that. Oh my God, it's crazy. Reason being is if you're on this highway and you're trying to come into town, you have to go all the way around. It just really doesn't make sense. So we need to take this out. We can actually end up taking that out as well. And then we can take this road, send this here. Perfect. And then we take this. I don't know why that wants to be weird with us. Maybe we take it out and maybe we take that out as well. Perfect. So now if you're on this, awesome. And then we're going to come into TMPE. And these are a lot of changes that I played this game for probably about an hour. No, not an hour. Sorry, 2.5, 3 hours workshopping how to fix the traffic. And it was still pretty bad, if I'm being completely honest with you. Like this might take a while, if I'm being honest with you. It took me about 2.5, 3 hours to fix everything. And it still wasn't fully complete. So this might be a multi-episode thing, but that's okay because we will figure it out. And these are things that just me as a player, you know, I'm still learning, I'm still getting better. And these are, this is part of the game, you know, this is part of the game. And I swear that I'm having fun. Okay, so these are in here now. Perfect. We may need to add another roundabout here, but we will see. One thing that I wanted to fix, so this road that comes down here, this like, I think we called this Lakeshore or something. No, we did not. This road, it meets up here. This gets really busy because the main movement on this road is to come up here and then through here, which is just not, it doesn't really make any sense. So instead, what we are going to do, we are going to grab our 4-lane roads. We're going to move it into a bridge. And then with this, we are going to come across. So we'll come to here, we'll bridge over, and we're going to turn anarchy on for this. We'll bridge over like here, perfect. And then we're going to end up taking, maybe we leave this in actually, but what we'll do is this. Yeah, I think this is what we do. And then we'll curve this in on the ground, turn off anarchy, perfect. And then this road, we'll, let's curve this in. Perfect. And actually, let's upgrade this along here. Let's turn off collision so we don't mess with anything. We'll bring this to here for now. And then we're going to come into our 2-lane roads and we'll upgrade this right like this. Perfect. And I know we fixed it before. I think this was what it was in the last episode. And then we ended up making this come all the way through, but this is the dominant movement and it was kind of messing with traffic a little bit too much. So I think this will help it a lot more. And then we have this in here as well, but it's, yeah, you know, I want this to be the dominant movement because it's going to get insane. Like I don't know how good you guys are at this game, but I'm realizing while I'm doing this YouTube series, I'm like not the best in the world, you know, and that's okay. That's okay. I'm good at, you know, it's fine. But damn, man, this game can get kind of hard sometimes. Okay, so then what we're going to do, because this is not a ginormous cul-de-sac, but it almost is. We are going to come over here and we are going to add an interchange. And we're not doing anything fancy over here. In fact, we're doing the opposite of fancy. We're going with one of our pre-set interchanges. We're doing our cloverleaf. And the reason for that is we're just not being fancy right now. This is like the hardest thing to place, apparently. We'll put it right here. Perfect. And then we're going to come in here and we're just going to fix a few things. We're going to bring this up and make it a lot nicer. So using our move it, we will grab these nodes and we're going to Control H them to this node. And then we are going to upgrade all of these to be above ground with anarchy on. Perfect. Just like this. Amazing. Cool. And then we come into our network multi-tool and into our slope terrain tool, and we grab these intersections and we raise these up so that they are on par. And now these won't be as high. Perfect. So now these are obviously a little bit lower, but we're going to take these off, and then it'll be like a slow decline into this little interchange, and then it will come back up as we make our way over to the airport. But for now, this is good. We will fix these, don't you worry. But for the time being, yeah. Anarchy off, and then we're just going to come in. Maybe what we do, I like that more, to be honest with you. And then we'll just flip these. Perfect. And then we'll do the same thing on this side. So actually, I think what we're going to do is this. Perfect. That looks really, really nice. And then we can do the same thing right over here. So because for whatever reason, this interchange is farther apart than what the highway was over here, we're just going to bring this in like this. Oh, and this needs to be upgraded to the ground. Perfect. Amazing. And then let's do the same thing on the other side. And then this will be good to go. And we can press play while we fix all of our other issues. There were just some of these issues that I wanted, that I knew made kind of a big difference, that needed to be done right off the bat, you know? Awesome. Perfect. And actually, this isn't like completely necessary right now, but I do want to upgrade some of these to be ramps, or sorry, above ground. And then we're going to come in here and we're going to do our set slope mode over here. So we'll just come here and we'll set slope. So 6.2, 7.5, obviously not amazing slopes for this area for highway ramps or anything, but you work with what you can get right now, right? Like we will come in here. Eventually, I would love to come in here and change these interchanges as well into something a little bit more fun. But for now, I think it's fine. And then we're going to do some lane mathematics over here as well. And this isn't insanely necessary at this moment, but anything can and will help. And then we're not going to worry about how ugly these look right now. I'm going to come over here and we are going to see how it runs. So we'll set this at bare bones speed, or 1 speed, or whatever it is. And we're going to see how this runs. Okay, so yes. Yeah, our traffic flow is looking rough, but that's okay because there are some things that we can fix. Now let's look here. Are there any lights here? There's a stop sign here. So for whatever reason, people think that it's faster to come in here, like to take this collector and come down, than it is to come down this arterial. And I don't really understand why. So I think what we may do is we're going to upgrade this road to be just a regular 2-lane road, because I think the main thing that I want to do here is really, I don't want people to prioritize this street. I don't think that makes a ton of sense, if I'm being honest with you. And then actually we need to take out these paths. And I think that's gonna work over here. Perfect. And now these cars should go straight. I don't know. I hope they don't prioritize this, but if they do, then they do. Okay. So yeah, we are definitely gonna need a roundabout right here. So let's put that in right now. Perfect. And we will upgrade this into our 3-lane highway. Amazing. And now we shall set this to a roundabout. Awesome. Cool. And we can take out some of these. Perfect. Awesome. The one thing that I want to do over here while we're letting this run is now these don't have pedestrian crossings. So we're going to add those in. We're going to take all of our guidelines out and we're going to bring these over. And what we're going to do is we're going to do this to each one, each roundabout that is. And then afterwards, we're going to come in here and we're going to play with Move It and make these look much nicer. Oh, we have Anarchy on as well. So let's take this out. Oh, we have Collision off. Interesting. Interesting choice by me. Definitely not on purpose. And really what we're doing here is we're just trying to prioritize pedestrian pathways, honestly. But we have some weird zoning in here, and I don't know why. Let's take that out. Oh, because this road has zoning. So let's come in here and we'll upgrade this to be no zoning. And we'll do the same thing over here. Perfect. Awesome. And then let's come into our zoning over here. So yeah, so this is a 5 deep. Interesting. We'll put these there. We're actually going to end up taking out a lot of this commercial because this causes, I've realized commercial causes an insane amount of traffic. Who knew? Not I, apparently, but it's whatever. Okay, so we need to fix these paths. We also missed a path. So let's put that one in too. So now what we're going to do is we're going to move these paths to make it look like the highway has a sidewalk. I think that just looks much nicer. Perfect. So now people can come across. They can still make these crossings. They can't cross at the highway, obviously, but that's okay because we don't really want that anyway, if I'm being honest with you. We'll bring this in like here. Perfect. Awesome. So now it looks like we got like a real life, like we got real sidewalks across here. And I think that just, it looks really nice. We're trying to prioritize pedestrians, which is really, really good as well. So I think what we're going to do in this episode, this one is going to be, we're going to try to fix the traffic issues with our like traffic tools. So roads, pedestrian walkway, like these ones specifically. Yeah, like our laned roads, our collectors, our 4-lane 2U roads, like things like that. And then in the next episode, we're going to really focus on transportation through here. So our bike network that obviously is slacking in this area, our public transit, which is really slacking in these areas as well. We're going to be trying our best to use those tools in the next episode. But it's the reason why I'm splitting these up is because it just takes a little bit of, it just takes a long time, honestly, to do all of this. But it's good, you know, like I'm getting super excited for Cities 2, like insanely excited. I get very excited for new video games. And it's funny, like I get very excited for new video games, then sometimes I just don't play them. I definitely will play Cities 2, like obviously. But like I was really, for example, was really excited about the new Star Wars game. I haven't played it yet. Opposite of a nerd, apparently. But very excited for Cities 2. And I want to get better at the game so that when Cities 2 comes out, I have a little bit more skill. You know, that's really it. I just want a little bit more skill in the game. Perfect. So now we have some crossways through here. And now you can see our traffic is starting to get really, really bad. So yeah, like for whatever reason, these guys want to turn. And I don't understand why you would want to go down here. That does not make any sense to me because they're also making all of this, like, it's a little frustrating. Yeah, because they're coming down here and then turning. Yeah, like they're coming over here. So it should take less time to come down on this collector and go or this arterial and go all the way down. That's kind of the idea of why we made this arterial in the first place. So I think what we're going to do, but then this is just a giant cul-de-sac, and I don't love that. I was going to say maybe we take out this road and we force people to go down here, but I don't know if that makes a ton of sense either. So, I mean, if they're doing that movement, maybe we let them. And we do this for now, and I don't love it, but, you know, it is what it is kind of thing, right? I'm not a huge super fan of it, but we'll see. We'll see. Okay, so another big issue that we're having over here, we have zoned improperly. We were thinking, when I was zoning these areas, I was thinking like, oh, we need to make sure that we aren't getting crazy sound pollution, because I know that commercial causes a lot of sound pollution, and I know that this arterial is going to cause a lot of sound pollution. That is kind of ruining what we got going on here. So let's see, come in here, upgrade. This is a node, eh? So let's turn off collision. Okay, perfect, cool. And actually, I'm realizing this now is gonna have no zoning on it. Yeah, it doesn't. Okay, so let's upgrade this zoning real quick. You can zone heat, like this doesn't make, what is going on with this game? Is this just like the amount of mods that I have in the game that I've completely like blown it up? Possibly. Yeah, so over here and in a lot of other places as well, I've just zoned improperly, I think. And we're paying the price for that now, believe you me. So the high density commercial causes an insane amount of traffic because they need goods, they need workers, they need a bunch of stuff. It's just an absolutely insane. So on areas like this, right? This road comes in here. What we're actually going to do is we're going to de-zone some of these areas because there's no way for anybody to get out, right? So these areas are cul-de-sacs. And to have high traffic in cul-de-sac areas is not the smartest decision. So we're going to take out that here. We're going to take out this there, like that there. Perfect. We're going to de-zone this. This is a cul-de-sac as well. So we're going to take that out. Maybe we do something like this. And then on the other side, if we really want to keep zoning over here, we can zone high density residential. Stuff like that, right? Like, cool. So I think that is really going to help. Let's see how our traffic is looking. Yeah, so this road completely backed up. Makes sense. Let's see, yeah, because it's a stop sign here. So we're prioritizing. So let's put a light here. Awesome. Awesome. We're not seeing a crazy amount of traffic anywhere else, which is really, really good. In previous build or workshops, sorry, this is just absolutely crazy. Yeah, so we're still seeing a lot of people turning here. So let's turn this off and see where they're going. So it seems like they're taking these roads and they're coming down out over here, which is a really interesting way to do it. A really interesting thing that they're doing. I don't love it. I don't like it at all, to be honest with you. So let's see, how are these guys doing? We're seeing tons and tons and tons of traffic. Let's look. What's going on here? We're seeing a lot of people. Yeah, so they're cutting in. Like they're cutting in here and going around this roundabout. Which really doesn't make any sense. Like why are you doing that? Why are you coming in here? Like that means that this is the faster route, which really doesn't make any sense. So I mean, if we're seeing this, then maybe what we do is we take some of these roads and we upgrade them to be 4-lane roads. If that's the way that people are going, then that's the way that they're going. We can't really stop that other than taking out roads and forcing them onto this. But I mean, like, you know, sometimes these roads are really popular, and when you live in cities, you know, you'll see 4-lane roads, yeah, because that's just what people take, and that's just, you know, kind of how it is. So let's see what we got going on. We got a stop sign here. Interesting. Let's take that out. We don't have a stop sign here. Interesting. Now they don't seem to be stopping there. Sometimes just weird stuff happens, I guess. Who even knows? honestly. We'll take that out. Perfect. So now that comes in. Let's see. Yeah, so now they're not stopping there. Sometimes the game just does game things, you know? And that's the way it is. Yeah, so we got an insane amount of backup on this road. So let's see why that is. Okay, so our industry seems like they're coming in here. And the reason why this is backed up is because this is backed up. Okay, so let's come into our lanes. And let's mark some of our lanes. Let's see if that helps anything. I don't know if it will. It might. And actually, this one can go straight too. So now we could add a node here for switching, because people, I believe cars can switch at nodes if they would like to. These guys are still trying to move in. So maybe it was a mistake to upgrade this. Maybe it wasn't. I don't know. Time will tell. We've somehow kept our population above 50,000, which is crazy. Because in the workshop, it dipped pretty low, if I'm being honest with you. Okay, so we're going to try something. I don't know if that will actually work now that I'm thinking about it. I was going to say maybe we take this road out, but this is also seeing a crazy amount of traffic. It seems like we have a lot of people coming in here, and maybe it's because of this subway station. So let's do, I know I said we weren't going to focus on subway in this episode, but I'd like to add one station, just one station down here. And the reason for that, okay, let's look at our zoning. Let's see where that would make sense, because it would be better to place subway stations near our residential, because that's, I feel like, those will be the people who use it the most, right? Right? Let's dezone this. We'll dezone that for now. Perfect. Okay. We'll do that. Awesome. Yeah, so we'll come in here and let's add a subway station. Let's say like over here. We won't add it on this road. That doesn't really make any sense. Let's add it on this road. Or let's actually put it up here. Let's do here. Awesome. And then we shall pause the game. We'll take out these. Hopefully I didn't take out anything that I shouldn't. And then we'll come in here, go here, collision is on, anarchy off. We need to make sure that we're doing that, or else we will break the game. Been there, done that. Not fun. Don't recommend. Perfect. So now we can pause the game, and now this will, as the trains go by here, maybe we run this a little bit faster, and we see how this is working. Yeah, so all of these cars, I don't understand why they're all turning in here. It's kind of frustrating. Yeah, because like these, it seems like these cars want to come in here, and then the cars on the other side want to go straight through the city. So I mean, saying that, it might actually be beneficial to cut off this interchange, or not this interchange, sorry, this road, and then we upgrade this here. We just bring this around, honestly. Then we can come in here and we can rezone this area. We'll take out these random buildings that don't look nice at all. Cool. Is that's not in there? Perfect. Okay. So now let's see. Now this is, yeah, this makes sense. Okay. There's a stop sign here. Let's take that out. We'll put a yield sign here. And I do actually think I'm going to upgrade these to be 4 lanes. And this might be a little overkill, but let's just see if this works. Oh, I'm going to take out these beautiful paths. Damn, what a shame. Let's actually, I can't. Damn. Okay, let's add these in really quickly, because these are, I don't know if you saw, but there were a lot of people using these paths. Turn on anarchy. Bam. Perfect. Turn off anarchy before we forget. We'll go into move it and we will fix these. I don't know why, but making these sidewalks look nice is so satisfying. I don't know why. Like, look at how many people are using these sidewalks. Okay, so the 4-lane is looking a little bit better. Not incredible, but slightly. We'll bring these out a bit. That doesn't fix literally anything, but it looks slightly nicer. Yeah, like look at how many people are over here. It's kind of freaky, to be honest with you. They look like little bugs. Look at them all. Cool. And it just looks like people are walking on the highway, but it doesn't actually matter. Okay, so let's look at our traffic flow and be prepared for the worst. Come on. Oh my god, dude, this is crazy. Okay, so we see cars coming out here. So now a lot of this is going to be slightly micromanagey. I don't want to go crazy with TMPE. Reason being, I've heard that if you go too crazy with it, it actually ends up making it worse for you. And I don't know how much validity is in that claim, but I would rather not test it. So here we are, we're seeing the same issue that we were seeing before. Interesting. I just realized as well, this is wrong. This needs to be a 4-lane. And these cars are stopping, and I don't know why they're stopping here. Is it a node issue? Is there a node here that shouldn't be here? It really baffles me why these cars are doing this, because it's causing, obviously, a lot of issues. Let's bring this road back. This is not the same road. This road presumably stops here. And let's do this. So now it would make sense for these cars to stop. And it's also, they're going 2 at a time, and there's a stop sign here. So it like really doesn't make any sense. Let's see that. Like what happens if we put a yield there and we take out all? They're still doing the exact same thing. And it's causing a backup, which is frustrating, because if they just went straight, it wouldn't be a huge deal. They would probably just continue on. I'm actually looking at this area here. I'm wondering if we need a roundabout there as well. Okay, so let's look here. What's going on here? A lot of chaos. Let's turn off pedestrian. So maybe we need to upgrade a few of these to be... Because there will be a few roads that will act as collectors. Like this road actually acts like a collector, because the cars that come off into here go straight through here. So this actually acts like a collector. When it's only 1 lane, it actually causes a few problems. These roads actually look fine. Funny enough, these were the roads that gave me the biggest hiccup while while I was workshopping. So it's really interesting to me that this isn't where the area is. Because this gave me almost 0 problems last time. So the problem that I narrowed it down to when I was workshopping it was like, oh, it must be that I'm having an issue with zoning, right? So we changed a bunch of zoning and it kind of worked itself out. And I'm wondering, maybe I'm having the same issue with zoning here, but it's all, and I mean, traffic flow just keeps getting worse and worse and worse and worse. Okay, so I'm looking at our traffic routes and it seems like our private vehicles, that's the main issue, which means that we don't have enough bike lanes, we don't have enough transit, we don't have enough of any of that. So I think that is what we are going to work on right now. We're not going to do transit, but we are going to do bike lanes. So let's look at our roads and see what makes sense for our bike network. This road should be a bike lane. It doesn't come all the way down, but that's okay. But let's do that. Let's go into our 2-lane roads. We'll go to our 2-lane roads with bike lanes, and we will bring this down here. This will be our bike lane road, and hopefully we can encourage people to use bike lanes. And then maybe what we do, we come over into our 4-lane roads and we find bike lanes for that as well. So we do also need to think about our trams. So this is a 4-lane road with bicycle and trams, and I think that this would be a great road for that. So we're only going to bring it up to here. We won't have our trams cross these roundabouts, which will be kind of difficult to get them over here, but that's okay. We will cross that bridge in the next episode. We'll bring these across. We'll bring it here. This is where our trams will go. And then maybe we bring this down. Let's bring it all the way down to here. And then we'll go into our 2-lane roads with tram and bicycle. Where are those? I just saw them somewhere. This is a median. I don't need a median. This is a 4-lane road with tram tracks. For whatever reason, it has a median in it, but that's fine. And we'll bring this all the way across. And actually, we don't need this to be... We could actually upgrade this to a 4-lane road with tram tracks. So this will now loop around here. And then we can come into our roads and we can go into our trees, decorative trees, and bike lanes. And we can bring this all the way across. And these trees are different than these ones, so we'll have to change these. I believe these were our sugar maples, now that I'm thinking about it. And let's bring this all the way across. Oh, and we took out some buildings. Honestly, don't care. Oh my god, I don't. We need to fix this. That's my main priority. So we're gonna bring this up all the way up here. So now if you are a biker, you can come from anywhere in this area. You can come all the way down here. You can come all the way over here, and you can come up to these areas here. And I think we'll take one of these streets. Maybe we do this one, because this is more closely to the middle. We'll come in here, and we'll upgrade this along to here to be bike lanes. So now you can come quite a far distance in this city, honestly, on a bike, which is really, really nice. So this is where the tram ends. That's okay. We won't add our trams in this episode, but we are going to bring it here. Then we'll come into our roads, our tram track roads. 2-lane road with tram tracks. And we'll bring it around here. And now this loops around. It comes around here. Awesome. And we'll add more tram tracks in the future. It's just that's the one that we have right now as we're not even building this out. So let's see. Our population has dipped a bit, but now we're seeing something happen over here, which is really, really nice. So let's see what we got going on. This is a yield sign. Don't know why they're stopping. Does that fix it? No, it does not. Cleared up quite a bit of traffic. There was a lot of traffic on this road that was coming up because of this, which is interesting. Yeah, like this intersection here is causing a lot of traffic, and I don't understand why. This is probably the most frustrating part of the entire game, is stuff like this happening and you just don't know what's going on. So if you have an idea, if you know why this is happening and you have a fix, please let me know in the comment section, because this drives me up the wall. Especially when they don't take this other lane. Like they all force themselves into this one lane when they can take the other one and they can still get into the roundabout and they can do whatever they want to do in another lane. Which is the old meme of like, oh, you know, adding lanes doesn't actually fix problems, which, you know, is obvious, but yeah, now we know why. Or now we know how that kind of happens. But guys, that is going to be it for today. We solved, maybe not solved problems, but we helped the problems of the future from arising. Yeah, it's really just this. It's because of this area right here. They're stopping here too. Like that doesn't make any, maybe I did this. Did I do that? Now they're going free. Dude, who even knows? If you do know, please let me. Yeah, like if these didn't stop, there would be a lot less issues going on here, right? If you know why cars do this, if they stop, is there like a mod that you can get? Or am I making a mistake in the game, which is probably pretty likely? Let me know in the comment section. I would really appreciate it. Guys, that is going to be everything for today. In the next episode, we are going to be coming in here with transit, our trams. Maybe we'll add another subway line. Maybe we actually just add a brand new subway line in here. Maybe we do monorails. We will have a little bit of fun with transit in here. I'm not too excited about adding buses so quickly, but yeah, we need to fix what's going on over here, and we're going to be continuing to do it in the next episode. One thing I wanted to point out that I thought was really funny, I saw it on Reddit. Imagine like living in your city and then seeing a ginormous clock that does not equate to your time, right? Like this full day, there's maybe 58 seconds. Imagine seeing a giant clock that the time is ticking down and it's not to your normal time. Like it's like an off time. And then sometimes like I could pause the game and the clock still ticks down, and then you start it and all of a sudden you've lost time. Like that would be absolutely horrifying, and I think that is hilarious because people would just like visit it, like William Young, low wealth adult visiting Clocktown. Like he's looking up here and he's like, dude, what do you think is going on? Imagine all the conspiracy theories that would be told in this area. Anyway, guys, that is everything for this episode. In the next episode, again, like I said, we're going to be coming in here and we're going to be trying our hardest to fix some of these transit issues. Let's see, 38%. Funny enough, we are going up. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Peace out.